I mean, there's no excuse not to be getting up and doing this.
Absolutely, and that the statement, whenever I make it, when I talk about Fabian Marxists and I talk about the totalitarian Marxists, it boils down to the reason why the Fabians won, because they realized that a prison of your own
More
mind
effective.
is far more effective than bars.
And a lot less costly.
Absolutely. And, that's what people need to understand. And I'll tell you, as you do this fight, as I have experienced myself, the very same people you are attempting to save and set free will hate you. They say, you can't do that. You can't do this. You don't have that power. You can't do those things. You're just one man. And, I have, after 58 victories, the only thing I have to respond to them is watch me.
Exactly. Well, I think there's a lot of people, I mean, the time is ripe. I think people are fed up, and the time is ripe for this to, really open up wide. And, whereas you've gone through quite a lot of hell and a lot of fighting, like you said, the very people that you wanted to help, I think you're going to find the people that are going to really honor you and all of your work and want to follow in your footsteps and learn as much as they can from you. So can I, you don't really even have a website or anything. It's kind of a shame, but you do have a radio show.
1215.org is a good website, and it actually talks about the law and how it works, and there's all kinds of reference material. I have someone who is attempting to build me, and I'll present it to you here because this forum that you seem to be utilizing, it's going to be a website, but it's going to be what I call a community website. I will provide facts, information, and tidbits for people, and I may do a blog on there, may do a vlog on there. It's being built for me, but the main portion of it is going to be forums where people can go in and, let's say someone's talking about home seizures or talking about their right to property. Well, then all of the people independently who are educating themselves and reading their books around in different countries can then come together and say, well, this is what I found, and this is what I found. And then as a group, those who actually want to apply themselves and have the intestinal fortitude to carry on, they will get a greater and greater education, because the independent fight is just that. When you show up at the line of jurisdiction, you personally have to be able to argue your points of freedom. And if you are not educated enough, if you're simply watching other people's work or expecting someone to handhold you the way through the process, you will lose.
Yep. And that's what I'm worried about, like this sovereign church in Christ. Like I say, I mean, I know they have I believe they have really, really good intentions, and they're making it really easy. They're saying, just call us, we'll do the paperwork for you, we'll show you, you don't even have to pay us, we do take donations, but if you just can't afford it, we'll still help you. The goal is for you to learn, and then you teach others, and we all become free. And it's like this whole accepted for value thing. I think you're writing on the paper that you accept the value that they originally attached to you when you were born on your birth certificate. That's what I think it is. I think it's a word game, and you're saying, I accept for value the value that you gave me. And they're creating a declaration that they want to have signed, and they wanted to bring it to the government, where they demand a black debit card. Listen to this, everybody. Pulling out of the Treasury $100,000 a day, because they say, if they don't refute it, if they don't rebut it, it's an it becomes law. Just kind of like what you're saying. I can seize this property. They're saying basically, this is a never-ending pot of money, cash that we can turn to, and I'm thinking something is seriously wrong with this picture. This just does not make spiritual sense to me at all. To just say, they created this prepaid account for me, and I just get to dip in and do whatever I want and pay my beer man with it. Something isn't adding up. So I'm not attacking them, because they do a lot of really good stuff. I just want to caution them, or anybody that might consider going down that route, be careful that you aren't really now you're fully consenting, because whereas we got duped into this because our parents gave the birth certificate, we did not understand it, we can claim you tricked us. But now if you go in full knowledge and do this A4V thing and file this thing called a UCC, whatever, you become the secured creditor. Now you are with full knowledge consenting to the system. And good luck, like I said, good luck saying no to the microchip. I don't think you got a leg to stand on, because you took your free beer. I just don't see it. I don't see it at all.
Well, I mean, you're right, and 100% it doesn't exist. And, you know, I've done research on the Sovereign Church of Christ. You know, I research every movement out there that has any size to it, because, man, it would be great for me to lay down the heavy burden onto some other group that has it going on, and I could say, go there, everybody. That they got it. Go there, and I'll help you all I can on that way. But they have everything organized for you, and it just isn't so. I mean, they have their own agenda, they have their own ideology, and I will tell you, from everything that I have seen, free and independent is not particularly their ideology. It suits them at the moment, but it's really not in the end. And that's what's going on when and you used a specific name, Long, and you know, he came in and tried to speak to me on open air about talking to the Chinese and getting tanks going to war. And this guy proceeded to troll my different pages and radio shows and continue this aggressive, massively mean and unhumane mentality, because if I have to kill you to defend my rights, let me tell you, I'm gonna.
Right.
But I don't want to.
Right.
I'm not seeking to hurt you. I'm seeking for you to stop hurting me.
Exactly.
So that's the idea of being free and independent, and everybody has the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But once you get into the system, this Federal Reserve note system, as long as you interact with it, that's what a contract.
But you know, they're playing the game, and it's like, and then they said, like, I was listening to this 3-hour discussion, and then they come in and they say the Chinese are going to come in and save us. Essentially, they're saying the Chinese are the good people. I mean, I've got nothing against Chinese people. Yeah, they're saying they are very honorable. Well, okay, they've got all kinds of humane issues, you know, humanitarian issues in their country, and then even gives an interesting story that during the Copenhagen Treaty, this Black Dragon, interesting name, Black Dragon, Triad or something, walked in, broke into the party, and basically said, we have enough gold to pay off all the world's debts. We don't like the way you guys are running the world, and we're going to be taking over within 3 years, which is kind of interesting because it's like 2012. On the date of the thing, it was like exactly within the whole 2012 thing. But, you know, and I just thought, what kind of game is going on now? I mean, the game's just, the agendas inside the agendas inside the agendas. You know, I can't really stomach it. I just like you, I was like, I just want to sit on a piece of land, build my little house, and grow my little food, and be nice to my kids, and be nice to people, and nobody bother me, and, you know, let's all just smile and live a nice, peaceful life. Why can't we just do that? And so I guess, you know, you're the only one. You are like the purest guide that I have found, and just for the audience, I have been researching this for months. I've looked at many different people. So when I found Eric, it was like, oh, wow, this guy really understands it from every angle. From every angle, I see your approach is the pure approach that we all need to strive for. And I would love nothing more than for people to somehow gather around you and create a similar organization as this Sovereign Church in Christ, but sending it in the right direction. And I know that's a big burden on you, and I know you've been working so hard, but maybe it'll happen.
Well, I mean, for me, I'll be honest. You know,
I know.
I don't seek
know
fame
that you just
or fortune.
You just want what's right on this earth. I know. I totally get it.
I've ran for public office. You know, I will do it simply because, I mean, I understand. The reason why I understand it so well is I started out understanding that it isn't about courts and laws and all of these things. It's about an ideological, an idea, a structured idea. And there are only two versions. You're either free or you're not free. And the not free system
Right.
is what I am against. Therefore, I
Yeah.
don't want to deal with it at all.